What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today I am excited to bring you yet another guide video. And today, you know, everyone knows about this already. The long-awaited ZEPHYR raid boss has finally been announced on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. And in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the dungeon, the unit, and what sort of teams that you can use in order to beat this dungeon. So if you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure to smack the like button down below, as it's always greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Boy, I never thought I'd be saying this, but let's go ahead and break down the ZEPHYR unit that you can drop from this raid boss dungeon. He is a 5-star unit that evolves from a droppable 4-star unit and is an int shooter powerhouse character, and at max level, at level 99, he has 3,702 health, which is really good. 3,702, which is awesome. His attack power is 1252, which is a little on the low side for the raid bosses. His recovery is also 88, which is very low as well. Now, his cost is 50, and he does have 2 socket spots, which is awesome. Now, his captain effect will boost the attack of shooter characters by 2.5 times, so we finally have a free-to-play shooter captain that is actually decent. You know, previously we had Wiper. He was okay, I guess, but ZEPHYR just blows him out the park. He is amazing. 2.5 times lead. He's pretty much like Mihawk, but for shooters. He's amazing. And his special, which starts at 30 turns and maxes at 16 turns, will boost the attack of shooter characters by 1.75 for 2 turns. This is why I'm so hyped, guys, because it makes Strongward Ace an absolute beast on Global right now. This was the unit we've been waiting for, and he's finally going to be coming to global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. 2 turns, 1.75 boost for shooters is absolutely phenomenal. I'm hyped. You guys better be hyped, because this guy is an absolute beast. Now, moving on from that, there is actually another unit that you will be able to drop from this dungeon as well, which is Ein Neo Navy Vice Admiral. And she is a 4-star unit that does evolve from a droppable 3-star unit, and she is a quick shooter cerebral character and a max level at level 70. She has 908 health, her attack power is 679, and her recovery is 285, so some pretty average stats, to be honest. She has 13 cost, and she has 2 socket spots as well, and she doesn't actually have a captain effect, but her special, which starts at 22 turns and maxes at 15, will reduce bind and despair duration by 3 turns, which is actually really good. A really good special that can be used in some specific dungeons. If you guys don't have the right sockets as of yet on a specific team, you can just bring her and use her special. She's actually really useful. And she is also 100% drop rate on 40 stamina, so you'll always be getting her, and you'll probably be able to max out her skill reasonably easily. Now let's go ahead and break down every single stage from this dungeon. So stage 1, you have a few fodder units here from the Baroque Works. You got 4 different int bazooka characters, and you've also got some side cowboys, and they're really low health. They've only got approximately 10,000 HP, and they don't really do that much damage in the grand scheme of things. The int bazooka guys, you definitely want to be trying to take them out, because 5,500 damage is quite a hefty feat, and the cowboys, they'll also deal 3,200 damage as well. So just making sure you stall correctly and take them out before they do any damage to you. Moving on from that, we have stage 2, which does have 3 different int Daimyo turtles, and each of these turtles here have 9 HP, meaning that you can get 3 turns of stall maximum off each of these turtles, meaning you can get maximum of 9 turns of stall off in this room in particular. And each of these turtles will have a cooldown between 1 and 5 upon entering, so you can get really lucky and all have really high cooldowns, which would be really good. And if they do get a chance to attack you, they will deal 1180 damage to you. So, you know, you want to try and stall correctly, but not trying to take too much damage either. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. On stage 3, you will encounter Ein, the Neo Marine Vice Admiral, and she has approximately 80,000 HP, and she'll attack you every 2 turns for 3,500 damage, and she's also surrounded by 3 different copies of the Quick Halberd Baroque Work unit, and they have really low health. It's like less than 100, but they have a little bit of defense. They are really easy to beat those, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I tried researching, but I couldn't find how much they actually do when they attack you, but I know it's really easy to beat them, so it's not really worth noting anyways. There's a preemptive attack that Ein does, though. It will bind your 2 middle row units for 3 turns, and then basically after turn 3, she'll lock your entire left row for 3 turns, and every 2 turns as well, Ein will also recover a little bit of HP as well. So Ein can be a little bit tricky, but she only has 80,000 HP, so she's pretty easy to take down. You probably want to, you know, maybe take her out before she attacks you. 3,500 is a lot. You know, if you're using double Garp, as you can see on the screenshot there, double Garp can have a lot of HP, so you can probably tank a couple of hits, but for the most part, you probably want to be taking her out because you did get a lot of stall off on stage 2 against turtles. And yeah, as I mentioned before, she is 100% drop rate on the 40 stamina version of the dungeon, so that is really, really cool. And you'll get many opportunities to try and max out her skill. Now on stage 4, the second last room, we have a mess of different units. We have 3 different seahorses. We've got a regular small seahorse, and we have 2 elder seahorses. We also have a pirate penguin, and we also have some other mobs as well to take care of. Now the penguin doesn't have that much HP. He doesn't deal that much damage either. The 2 elder seahorses though, they will lock a random unit for 12 turns if they do get a chance to attack you. So you want to try and take them down as quick as possible, and similar to other raid bosses, they don't have a lot of health. These ones in this case right here only have 6 HP. They do have a lot of defense though, so perhaps bringing a unit like Golden Pan Usopp or someone else that has a 6-hit combo can take those guys out in one shot. Also, the smaller seahorse in the back, upon entering the dungeon, upon entering this room, he'll actually have a preemptive attack that will swap all your crew slots into recovery. So even if you do take a lot of damage in the previous turn against Iron, you have a little bit of a chance here to get some HP back from all of the recovery orbs that you'll be getting in this room. So now, after you beat the first 4 stages, you will arrive at the main man himself, Stage 5, Neo Marine ZEPHYR. Now, this bloke here has 3.5 million HP, and he will attack you every 3 turns for 16,000 damage. Now, he does have a preemptive attack that will apply a debuff protector, but only for a single turn. And then after that turn ends, he will bind your bottom 2 units for 2 turns, and then apply another debuff protector for 2 turns. And then when that one expires, he'll then do your attack where he does 16,000 damage, and then he'll bind a random unit on your team for 4 turns, and then he'll apply another debuff protector for 4 turns. He just can't decide when he wants a debuff protector or not. It's kind of crazy. So he applies a different debuff protector 3 different times upon entering this dungeon, which is kind of crazy. And then that's all he really does. He just attacks every 3 turns after that, and then when his HP falls below 20%, he'll do 36,000 damage to you. So you definitely do not want to get him under 20%. That will probably see the end of most people's runs at that stage. 36,000 damage is a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much all you guys really need to know about all of the different stages that you will encounter within the raid boss ZEPHYR dungeon. Alright, now let's go ahead and break down a couple of teams that you guys can use out there to take on Neo Marine ZEPHYR. So this one here is a free-to-play team that utilizes a double GARP captain. Now this means that all of your yellow units will be getting 4 times attack and 4 times HP, and you've also got the 1000 Sunny, which gives another 1.5 times boost of attack, and also that really nice special as well. Now the sub-units on this team are really interesting. You've got Golden Pan Usopp for really cool turn delay, and I'll explain why you've got him on the team. You've also got Kobe there for a nice orb boost after you use GARP special as well. You've also got Elvita, and you have the Mirage Tempo Nami. Now the reason why these 3 units, being Golden Pan, Elvita, and Mirage Tempo Nami, are all here because what you want to do with this team is use Elvita's special upon ZEPHYR attacking for the first time. And then when he attacks again, you can go ahead and use Mirage Tempo, and then when he gets a chance to attack again, you can then use Golden Pan Usopp, and then by the time he goes to attack again, you can use Elvita again. So there's just a whole cycle that you can do with this team, and it works really, really well. As long as you have quite a few skill ups on your units, I would highly recommend you to get max skills. If you guys have max skills on these units, you should have no problem with beating ZEPHYR. I'm pretty sure that all of these guys don't even need max skill. I think definitely that Elvita needs to be close to max, but the rest of these units are pretty fine. I would recommend having GARPs, having a few skill ups on GARP, as his special is really, really good. It gives you a lot of opportunity to get some recovery back, as he will shuffle all of your orbs into either yellow orbs or recovery orbs. So you can either get a lot of damage output, or you can get some health back. Either or is really, really good, especially with this team that's more of a Stally type team. But this team should have no troubles whatsoever in clearing 40 stamina raid boss ZEPHYR. Now the final team I want to show you guys is an FTK first turn kill team, and is probably the team that I'm going to be using in order to farm ZEPHYR. And the way that it works is as the title says, it will kill ZEPHYR on the first turn. With this team, it depends on what captain you're using, of course, but you will deal over 3.5 million damage in that first turn upon entering the room, as long as you hit your perfects and in the right order, of course. So you've got Impact Usopp to double your attack of all your yellow units, you've got Garp and Mr. 2 for that combination to get a full board of yellow orbs, and you've also got Doflamingo, who will give 2 times orb effectiveness, and also you'll be able to swap orbs twice, but that doesn't really matter anyways, as they're all going to be yellow. And a lot of people would say, why are you using Doflamingo rather than Kobe? because Doflamingo actually gives you more damage output. If you actually go and calculate it, he does give you a higher damage output, which is kind of crazy to think that he can actually do that. But yeah, he's much better than Kirby in this situation for a first turn kill. With a double strong word Shanks lead, you can deal literally just over 3.5 million. It's just over it. And if you're using double marker, it's like 3.7 million. It's crazy. And then if you add cotton candy, it's a little bit more and all that. But thing I have to stress is if you're using double strong word Shanks, you have to pretty much be at full HP in order to one-hit kill him. And then with double marker, obviously you don't want to take any damage whatsoever, otherwise you won't be doing any damage at all. So you have to be really careful with that team, but if you are careful, it will first turn kill ZEPHYR and is going to make farming him reasonably quickly. So that is going to conclude yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video. Woo! We got freaking ZEPHYR!